Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha, sit on! Sit on! 180! Sit on!
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he stopped immediately there. Here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Hey!
Now it's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
180! 180! What is it?
Throwing is Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
180! 180! 180!
They'll try and throw for it here. That went into the hands of Flowers. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
It wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bite.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
It's hot! 180! It's hot!
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Here's a diving catch right side. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Jackson, option right. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off the option, here's Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will get in to make it 8-0.
It's the score. Ravens 8, Rams nothing.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing is Stafford. Throws left side. Atwell's got it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
Usually in this spot, you hear an offensive coordinator saying, don't feel like you've got to get this all back at once. But here, they give up the opening touchdown and say, no time like the present to show what we can do too. And that's big yardage on their initial play from scrimmage.
And down inside the 15 he goes. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Stafford. Open man is Atwell, complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And he makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Stafford. This one swung out to Williams. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Kyron Williams, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams have come back to make it a 2-point game. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he
tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he's into the clear. Takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-6 the score after 1 right here on EA Sports. in need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Inside handoff, Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and
Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Alpha, sit up, sit up.
They'll try and run the option. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Little read option, the end result, the first down, so a good read.
And the way teams are running it nowadays, they've added variety to it. You know, the original way was you read the defensive end. If he crashes down, you pull it and you go. Now they may not even block that person, may end up reading the linebacker, may read the cornerback. Just depends on how they want to block it up. In any case, this worked well for them.
Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 53 yards. And the Ravens add 6 to their lead. So that's going to be a nice one for the passing stats, and that's how it will go down in the stat sheet. But the success of that play, no doubt, all thanks to the talents of the wideout.
Oh, he was definitely the recipient of good blocking as well, especially at the line of scrimmage. And once he got around the corner, you got the sense that no one was going to get him. Really nice ball handling, too, in order to get it to him.
Sit up.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Stafford now to throw. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Now Stafford. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
In the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. From the 50, Stafford. They'll get this one complete to Atwell. Touchdown, LA! 2-2 Atwell. 50 yards. And the Rams have got it back to within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard
Ready?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Inside the 10. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 65 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson. And really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Can't bring him down. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
From the gun, here's Stafford. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Stay 50.
Up the middle, it's Williams. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
22.
It's a gain of 5.
Back to throw, Stafford. And he checks this one down to Williams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now we're first and 10 at the 11. Here's Stafford. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now.
21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And they're on
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Hey,
And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Here's Jackson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Now it's Jackson. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. That's going deep for Bateman. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Off to the races. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. Touchdown, LA! Colby Parkinson, 44 yards. And the Rams come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Flexing his muscle at the 30. And he's brought down, giving this one up to about the 35. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Roger McCreary there to bring him down defensively. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down. Well, he's certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Now Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd.
3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Jackson options out left. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4. Off the option, here's Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Jackson now. He'll try and do this himself.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now Jackson. Jackson going to keep it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 29 yards. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. They do tack on the extra point as well. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Stafford. And he rifles one incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Stafford now to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Now it's Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And the Rams are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 40-yard line. Here we go, 1st and goal.
That's another Rams first down.
Stafford going to change it up here.
At the 4-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Ready. Middle.
Jackson connecting with Andrews. And a timeout is called. So now you're looking at probably just one final play from back in their own territory. And they're going to need a miracle. Here's 1st down. Here's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And this is taken in at the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles. And that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.